shit that just happened here. So let me put this back down. So I've got my sketchbook, that, got my wallet, all my cards in it. There's my cash in it. Just check real quick. Yeah, it's got everything in it. So this one's crazy. Like this one is like super crazy. Like man, I don't even know what to think. So I've got my flashlight and truck. Laptop is still here. That's still here. Already drank one of them. The other one's there. That's here. This is here. And then like the trash bag is here. Fuck, dude. So yeah, this is like part 2 of the stream, I guess. Bro, like this is... So I'm just gonna give like a full rundown of the story. Of like everything that's happened in order, because I really don't know, like, I don't know if I can even leave up the other stream because I don't know what happened at the end of other stream, but it's crazy. Well, I had it muted anyways, but it's wild, bro. So like, I'll give you a rundown. So I got home around like 7:30, I think, and right as I was using the bathroom. Let me respond to this. So we get a call for a hit ARV. That's an air release valve. That's why we're out here. So we drove out here. We got on scene. Orange County Fire Rescue's not out here. Florida Highway Patrol's not out here. There was nobody out here. It was just us. We show up, and actually I can just show you because that'll be easier. But this is what we see, right? So there's a car on top of this. This is a master meter. The green thing's a master meter, I should say. Definitely not an ARV. Definitely, probably would be worse than an ARV at this point. But there's nobody around or anything. So we're out here. We're waiting on Florida Highway Patrol to get here to kind of look at it and figure out what they're going to do about it. Essentially, they're going to have to call a tow truck company because we don't do that. Florida Highway Patrol does that because crash investigation, a whole bunch of shit. And then the tow truck's got to get it off. And when the tow truck gets it off the master meter, we can take a look at the master meter and we can do like a full damage report and everything about what we need to fix or do anything about it, essentially. That's why we're here, because we're utilities. So in the middle of us waiting, a woman just pops up like out of the blue. And she's like crying a little bit. She's missing a shoe. Like she was just like, to be honest with you, I'm just going to give you my honest opinion because it's just a live stream anyways. There's a building behind us. She was hiding like around the corner of the building over there. Just like, I guess, crying and bundled up. Like, she's missing a shoe. And if you take a look at her, the one foot, it's like dirty. Like she's been sitting over there in the dirt. So she came up to my partner because he had his door open. And she asked him like, hey, you mind grabbing, can I like go into the car and get my stuff? And he was like, yeah, I'd really prefer you not. Like, obviously it's only on 2 wheels right now. Like, it would probably be a bad idea for you to go over there to try to get anything. So he volunteered to go do it himself. He starts like looking around. It's dark. So he asked for a flashlight. So I come and grab a flashlight. So I come over, I'm holding the one door open so that he can crawl inside. He's looking around, kind of grabbing her stuff. About halfway through the process, I kind of look up and she's beside my truck. And I keep in mind that I had a live stream playing throughout most of this. I just had it muted. She's in front of my mirror on the passenger side, and I can like see her head, and she's like there. And we're digging through her car looking for everything that we could find. We finish and we come back over here to give her stuff back, and she's like gone. And we're like, yo, what the heck? Where did she go? Like, she just asked to get her stuff, and now she like disappeared. Like, what the fuck? So just randomly I look over I look through my passenger window and she's in my passenger seat. And she has a phone in her hand, and she had just asked us to grab her phone out of the car. So we are like, oh, well, you know, maybe she's so frazzled from the whole accident that she just forgot that she had her phone. Like, no big deal. I kind of look over, and then I realize it's my phone that she has in her hand. She opened my passenger door, got in, closed the passenger door, because I'm assuming she wants to be warm because it's somewhat cold. It's currently 55, and she is missing a shoe, and she's probably wet. So, to be honest with you, like, I don't mind the whole like getting into the passenger seat, as long as like I was here and the passenger seat was open. Like, I can turn the heat on full blast and it would be fine. Like, believe me, that part doesn't bother me. What bothers me is that my phone was in her hand. She closed out of my YouTube live stream to make a phone call on my phone, and that, not my work phone, which I don't mind like giving the number out to. Like, I call customers all the time on my work phone because my work phone is like something else. Orange County has to do with the work phone part of things. She used my personal phone. I don't give out my personal number to a lot of people, so I was like immediately like, yo, oh, hell no, what the fuck? And she closed out on my live stream for it. So she's like trying to talk to the person on the other end of the line, and the other person on the other end of the line is like, okay, where are you? Like, we were just there, we didn't see you. And like, she's crying and she doesn't know where she is. She can't even tell him where she is or anything. So like, my partner kind of looked at me and was like, bro, this is all you. And I was like, motherfucker, like, you fucking cocksucker. So I was like, hey, do you mind if I talk to you? Is this your mom? And she's like, it is. And then she kind of like broke down even more, like sobbing, and she like couldn't like speak at that point, and she just kind of like handed me the phone. So I was like, hey, so my name is Philip. I work with my utilities department. We're out here right now at this address. She's okay. She doesn't look hurt at the very least. She's currently sitting in the truck right now. She'll be here when you get here, but how long is it going to take you for her to get here? And then that person, who was her mom, was like, oh, we were just there. We're only 2 minutes around the corner. We were looking for her. And I was like, oh, okay. So her mom pulls up after 2 minutes, in a blue car, which was just here. We had seen the blue car, but I thought it was like a worker from the building that left. I'm like slowly putting the pieces together. It turns out her mom showed up because they kind of knew that this accident happened, but couldn't find where she went. And the fire rescuemen didn't take her to the hospital or anything. And yeah, it's great. Like, it's awesome. I guess you're watching my live stream, Emily. I don't know if you are or not, but it fucking sucks. Like, I have it back now. Like, she didn't do it out of like malicious intent, but it was just one of those things where it was like, yo, could you have waited until I got over here and then like asked, and then I would have been more than glad to hand you like my work phone, and you could have made the phone call on the work phone like all you want. Like, that would have not bothered me. I've done that before for people multiple times because it just doesn't bother me to use my work phone for that. But like, fuck, man, I have my personal phone running and everything. Like, fuck. So anyhow, her mom pulls up and like, she basically apologizes, and I'm assuming she apologized because she kind of realized that she had just gotten into my truck and like grabbed my personal phone to make a phone call. Like, yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, she's just kind of sitting there in the car with her mom right now, who I'm hoping is consoling her, because I'm not the type of person to console people. Like, yo, this is fucked. Oh, fuck, I completely forgot this part of it. So while we're waiting on her mom to show up, I've got my partner with me. Like, he's basically backing me up. He's making sure that she's not gonna like say anything fucking crazy or anything, because she's now just sitting in my passenger seat, and I've got the door open and everything. Thank God I have a dash camera. While we're sitting there, she's like crying, and fucking me and my partner don't know what to fucking say, because we're like, okay, like, yeah, shit happens. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? Like, oh well. So she's like, oh, she's crying while she says this. I'm not gonna fucking cry act it, because I really don't want to. But she basically said, if the cops don't kill me when they show up, my mom is, because I guess it might be her mom's car, or something like that. I really don't know. And then she followed up that statement with like a long breath because she was like having difficulty breathing because you know when you're like crying hysterically, like it's hard to breathe and shit. And she followed it up by saying, "I was just trying to get away from my abusive boyfriend." And then you're like, "Fuck! Like this situation is fucking terrible. There's like a lot of shit going on right now. I don't know what the fuck to do about it." So I had like this whole like whiplash of emotions in like fucking 2 seconds because it got out here and then you were pissed off because now we're out here dealing with this shit because someone got into an accident. And then you're curious because you're like, yo, how the fuck did this happen? Like, bro, you missed the phone pole but hit the like master meter. Like it would have been way better if you just hit the phone pole. Like the phone pole wouldn't have moved. And it would have been that. Like, fuck, couldn't hit the fucking home phone pole. There's no one around, so you can't ask. Orange County Fire Rescue didn't report anything. FHP isn't out here yet, so we were like, yo, we don't really understand like what the hell's going on. So we're just gonna wait for FHP to show up. So we're just kind of waiting and everything. And then she shows up and she's crying and she's clearly like gone through it a little bit, like missing a shoe, foot dirty. The one shoe she does have on is clearly wet, so you're like, okay, she's been walking through like water and shit. So then you like start to empathize and you're like, hey, you know, it's okay, like you don't have to cry, like it's just a car, cars can be replaced, like it could have been worse. You're on top of like a master meter right now, like there could be water shooting up in the air, like it's fine, like it's a master meter, we can fix that. The car can be fixed if the car wants to be fixed, or insurance can deal with it. Like it is what it is, no big deal. And then like she asks you to do something pretty simple and you're like, yeah, I can do that, because you want to be nice, and you don't want her to get hurt because the car is on 2 wheels right now. So like you go just like start helping out, and then like you come back and she's not even here, and then you're like, bro, what the fuck, like you just asked us to grab all your shit, now you're gone. And then you look over and now she's using her phone for shit, and then you get pissed off because you're like, oh, what the fuck, like that's my phone, why are you using my fucking phone? And you closed out on my other YouTube stream, so now I'm gonna have 2 streams instead of 1 stream now. So that was one of those things where you're just like, what the fuck. So now you're pissed off, and then you finish the conversation on the phone with her mom, and then she drops the bombshell and you're like, oh, I was just trying to run from my abusive boyfriend. And then you're like, oh, well, fuck, now I feel like a jackass for getting pissed off that you used my shit without my fucking permission. So yeah, it's been like a whiplash of emotions in like 2 seconds. Shit's crazy, man. Give me 1 second. I had to answer a text. Oh, and she's mad because we couldn't find her purse or her phone or anything. And I guess I'm trying to piece it together with all the information that I've currently had, and it kind of sounds like when she got into the accident, she bailed and left. So when Orange County Fire Rescue got here, there was nobody here. And I guess there's like a policy or something that they have that when that happens, if they find any personal items in the car, they take it so that they can kind of figure out what the fuck happened. Because if they left it and that person came back before the cops did, then obviously like all the evidence would disappear with like what the fuck happened. Like at this point, you know, the car could be stolen or something. So I'm assuming that her purse and phone was like in the car somewhere, because there's not glass shattered everywhere. It's a pretty clean car, all things considered, and considering where it's at right now, it's in remarkably good condition, to be quite honest. So I guess Orange County Fire Rescue like took her shit, and she's like really mad about that, but like what to tell you, like we looked through the car and like didn't find it. And the couple things that we did find, she's like, oh well, that was in my purse. And we're like, okay, well, your purse isn't there, so we don't know what to tell you. So the best response that I gave her was, listen, we don't really know because the car is at a very awkward angle. We tried our very best to get into it as best as we can, but it's at like a 35-degree angle on 2 wheels. Like there's not a lot of wanting to get into that right now. So like I said, it's been a whiplash of emotions. I'm hoping that the other stream uploads, because like my partner wants to see what happened when she got in, because it's fucking crazy. Like, man. It's gonna be a pretty late night apparently because FHP ain't out here yet, so we're waiting on that. When FHP does get out here, how do you get this car off of everything without like screwing it up even more? There's water leaking out of something that we don't even like control right now. Like that's another crazy thing. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't even want to like stream right now. I'm probably gonna end stream, and then just is that another person coming to this? No, they're just turning around. All right. Yeah, so I'm probably just gonna end stream here because I don't even want to stream anymore. Like I did at the beginning, and now I don't. So I'm just gonna go back to like, I don't know, scrolling through shorts or sketching in a sketchbook or doing something not fucking this because that tanked my mood for the night. So, all right, I'm getting off. Maybe I'll leave this up. Maybe it'll just be a private video and everything. Who knows? I don't know.